Welcome back to AskAPop. Teamwork makes the dream work once again. Now, I'm not Dr. Phil, but I have, paid attention because, like I said, I'm a noticer. And I've, paid attention to the marriages that succeed along with the unions that didn't succeed. And what I found that the ones that succeed, they all have one thing in common. That's God, then spouse, then kids, then family, then everybody else. Now, I'm sure there's other formulas, but for us, we found that that's the way that it works for us. And something else that works for us is using the lunch analogy and some of the pictures that I've got here. Let's take the sandwich analogy. Look at those crackers. That those sandwich crackers. That's a really quick way to get things done, but they might fill me up, but there's not a whole lot of room for change there, is there? And let's face it, if there's not any room for change or growth, that's not going to work out so well. Now, when I looked back at Tony, she was perfect when on the day of our marriage. And if I could have hoped and prayed for anything, that woman at the other end of the aisle, I would have hoped she'd have never changed a bit. But I knew that wasn't gonna happen. And I've loved every bit of change that's happened over the last 2 decades. And I've embraced every one of those changes. That's what's helped make that marriage great. Moving on to the next option is that goober great. Now that allows for change because we can add a little bit more, take a little bit more away, but it's always going to be a 50-50 mix. Now a lot of people say that a 50-50 mix in marriage is exactly what you need. Great on paper, not so much in a marriage. When my mom was getting ready to join the church in New Jerusalem, I needed to take care of my mommy. So Tony stepped in and she took care of things at home a lot more than I did. So we leaned on her while I took care of my mommy. And then when it was time for Tony to take care of her mommy, I took care of a little bit more things at home while she did that. That's where, we give and take a little bit more, which was the third option. Now, I'll let you decide which one is a little bit more peanut butter and one is a little bit more jelly. But anyway, that last picture there, if you notice, it has nothing to do with the lunch. It has to do with our family, because no marriage is going to survive unless you've got family. If it's the one that made you or the one that took you in, it's family. And that's going to be the one, that's going to make every marriage survive, is having a strong family bond around you.